He has the most beautiful names. I'm crazy with
Welcome back to the Nafisa Dango Show. That was a very interesting conversation with Maria Lynn on overcoming her anorexia with the self-realization, which I think she's very lucky. But she's now gone out and become a support structure to others, which I think is pertinent with it, of course, being such a serious disease. So I'd like to commend her on that. Talking about things that need to matter. We have something important this afternoon. We're going to be speaking to AL-firnas Patel from Crescent Lifestyle. Let me tell you a little bit about the company. Their mission is to empower, unite, and enhance the Muslim lifestyle by creating sustainable revenue, by offering various value-added products that are relevant to the Muslim community, simultaneously benefiting masjids, charities, Islamic schools, and offering the community uplifting services. The Crescent Lifestyle community is a community devoted to helping you celebrate your lifestyle whilst connecting you to those who share your particular world. Crescent Lifestyle is a unique concept that embraces the life of all Muslims in many different aspects, not only benefiting you, but your family and your community as well by bringing you closer together. And that's creating this very serious connection, as they say. So on the line with me, I have AL-firnas Patel. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Walaikum salam to you, Nafisa, and to all the listeners as well.
Thank you so much for taking the time out to join me this afternoon. It's absolute honor to have you on our show.
It's a pleasure as well.
How have you been doing this afternoon with all the constraints and everybody's been having these challenges through COVID-19? I always like to entice my guests into a better space in the afternoon so they go back feeling better.
Yeah, not too bad. I mean, it's difficult, challenging, but over a period of time, you become accustomed to it and it sort of starts to become the norm then.
That's true. And then we also find ways to get around it and deal with it.
Exactly.
And talking about that, talk to us about Crescent Lifestyle. I'd like people to understand how the company works and in which ways, because it's a really nice holistic thing where everybody benefits in some way from it.
So Crescent Lifestyle is a business that we started about 13 years ago. The vision was to create a product, a quality product that would add value to the lives of the Muslim community. And at the same time, we wanted to create ongoing income, donations that would be able to give back to the community, to the various charities, to the masajids, to the schools that are there within our community, to assist them at the same time. So it's a twofold project. One is to obviously create a product that is continuously adding value to the lives of the Muslims, and at the same time, to create sustainable income that is going back to the community as well. So we've got four different components that are there with the product. The one obviously being Connect, where we connect the individual member to the mosque, to the community of his choice, sending them mosque-specific, community-relevant messaging such as halal notifications, sighting of the moon, funeral notifications that are relevant to their community, mosque-specific prayer times that is for their specific mosque, talks, and then there's obviously teachings from the Quran and Hadith and so forth as well. So anything that is important from an Islamic lifestyle point of view, we communicate that to our member and send them the relevant information specific to their mosque and their community. The second aspect is the loyalty program that we've got. We've got over 200 alliance partners that are with us throughout South Africa, where our members enjoy upfront discounts on their purchases in the form of, not in the form of points or miles, but actual discounts on their purchases on presentation of their cards. And our, philosophy there has been to have your community-specific businesses like your bakeries and your butcheries and so forth, as well as your national brands as well. So our members actually end up saving a lot more than what they pay us on a monthly basis on their subscription, and they actually save on their everyday purchases. The third aspect is the Umrah draw that we do on a monthly basis. And since inception, we've been giving away an Umrah package every month where we assist one of our members with 15,000 rands towards their Umrah trip, assisting them, making it easy for them to fulfill their dream of going for Umrah. And the last aspect is what we're busy with right now at the moment, is we give back a percentage of our profits to various charities, schools, and masajids throughout South Africa on an annual basis. Since inception of 13 years ago, Alhamdulillah, we've been able to give back 6 million rands that has gone back to these various organizations who are with us. And this particular payout that we're doing now, which is our 2020 beneficiary payout, we're paying out an amount of 500,000 rands, which accumulates to the total of the 6 million rand that's there. The entire package that is there, it's for a mere amount of 85 rands a month, where our members actually save a lot more just from the discounts, and they've got all the other benefits that are there that go along with it as well.
And for 85 Rand, you're getting a whole holistic, should you say, lifestyle. Because what happens is a lot of the times, you get so busy in your life and you tell yourself, I want to contribute to a particular masjid, or I want to contribute to a particular school, or I'd like to uplift in some way, but you don't have the time for it. And this actually affords you the opportunity to actually basically do the 85 Rand on a maybe debit order every month, but you're benefiting in many directions in the sense that you're reaching out without having to do much. Because of course, Crescent Lifestyle is doing the rest for you.
Yeah, most definitely, especially what we've seen in the last 12 months with the lockdown and the conditions that we're faced with and so forth. Where the masjids had been closed and so forth, and masjid has always been the focal point or the center point for every Muslim. Not only is it there for going to pray, but also to get community news about things that are taking place from an Islamic perspective, or funerals and so forth as well. Now we're all being confined to our houses and so forth. So we were able to then keep our members not only connected to their mosques, but also connected to their communities in a difficult time as this. So they were keeping abreast of everything. If perhaps even somebody down their road who had passed away from the pandemic or whatever the case is, and they may not hear about it until later. So we're able to inform them of all these important things that are taking place in their lives. And at the same time, in these difficult, trying times, where not only is it difficult for us from a health point of view, but also a lot of people have suffered from a financial point of view. With all the alliance partners that we've got throughout South Africa, our members actually end up saving, depending on how they utilize the card, between 300 to 400 rands every month, and these are on everyday purchases from your butcheries and your bakeries and so forth as well. So it assists us. It actually helps every Muslim to celebrate the Islamic way of life in the way that we're supposed to be doing it.
Most definitely. And you were talking about, financial difficulties as such. I'm sure this pandemic has affected your company in many directions, as it has many other companies as well. It's been a very difficult, trying time for many people, where, they found themselves in a space where they could then uplift and reach out to as many as possible. But due to this pandemic, there's been many constraints that have actually stopped them from being able to reach out in that sense. So how has this affected your company, and what have you done to be able to try and bring yourself back?
No, most definitely. I mean, by all means, it's obviously impacted us in various ways as well. Our staff have been very loyal to us over the years. We've got some staff that have been with us since inception as well, and even those who have joined us later are very dedicated and loyal to the company. So
Right.
during this time, it was our opportunity to be loyal to them now. So we took care of them the best way that we could. So with the support of our staff during these difficult times, and obviously most importantly, with the assistance and the loyalty and support of our members through these difficult times, despite all the challenges, despite all the difficulties, we have been able to continue and survive. And not only that, but also continue to proceed with this payment of 500,000 rands to the various beneficiaries. When we phoned various of the beneficiaries at this point in time, they were actually quite surprised, because this is something that we pay from our profits and so forth. So they were actually quite surprised to receive the call for us to inform them that they will be receiving a donation from us, especially in these times. Not only was
Yeah,
it,
and I think it's something they wouldn't expect because I mean, of course, as I said, many companies have been going through constraints. It's been such a difficult period where people are in a situation where they could reach out and they can't. But it's so nice to see that Crescent Lifestyle has still, during such a difficult period where people are now, of course, more reliant on you than they've ever been before, is knowing that you can actually go that extra mile and still reach out to them.
most definitely, and the beneficiaries have also been very welcoming of the donation
Mm.
as well, because in these trying times, not only do they need it because maybe they're not receiving as much funding or whatever the case is, but the need in the
Mm.
community at this point in time has increased as well. From a
Mm.
health point of view, from assisting those who are in need, perhaps they've lost their jobs or whatever the case is. So all the beneficiaries that we're associated with, they do some sterling work out there, and
Mm.
obviously there's a lot more need within our community for assistance. So the charities are obviously able to do a lot more work. At the same time, the mosques as well. I mean, mosques being closed are not able to receive their fundings most of them do collections on a
Mm.
Friday or whatever the case is. So now there is no collections on Fridays. Well, now previously when it was closed, so for them to pay lights and water and so forth becomes very difficult. So alhamdulillah, through the assistance of our members and we're able to assist all of these people through these difficult times.
It's so nice to see that irrespective of the challenges being faced, Crescent Lifestyle has still, during this difficult period, gone out and reached out to those that are in absolute dire need. And as we know, the needs have increased, the challenges have increased. The wanting for masjids and, as you were saying, NPOs to be able to go out and reach out was very important and pertinent at this point. And I think you've played a key role by still, of course, having to give back and try and uplift from many a direction. And we want to commend you on that because I think that's absolutely phenomenal to see that a company, irrespective of the type of challenges we're going through with this pandemic, has found a way to still be able to keep that tapping going as far as people are being uplifted is concerned, firstly, and secondly, of course, trying to help those that are in dire need. It's an absolutely phenomenal thing. And of course, the day-to-day kind of guy, still being able to go out there and get that affordability factor. Because as we know, you were saying a lot of people have actually taken job cuts, lost their jobs, are in situations that they've never thought they would actually be in. And having to be able to go out there through that kind of I'll call it a loyalty program in inverted commas, allows them to still go out and through affordability be able to sustain themselves, which I think is absolutely great. But let's talk about 13 years of contribution towards South Africa. What drives you? That's something that I'd really like to know.
It's been a passion of mine from the onset. It's something that I've loved to do. It's the idea that we had right from the onset, and in all honesty, we've had our fair share of challenges and obstacles, but alhamdulillah, we've been able to overcome them. And I guess that's part of the journey for any business that evolves over a period of time. And 13 years, alhamdulillah, is a decent period of time. And over this period of time, we have been able to establish ourselves as a reputable, as a trustworthy brand within the Muslim community as well. So our members have been very loyal to us as well, and that's what drives us as well. Is it's a reciprocal thing, the fact that our members are loyal to us. We want to provide them the best possible service and value that we can give them in the product, and we continuously trying to evolve that as well. I mean, we've in 2017 we launched an app that would enable all the benefits and the features that we spoke about earlier through this app, and we actually won. It wasn't just a matter of putting an app out there, but we wanted to give our members the best that's possibly there, and we actually won the award for the best faith-based app in 2017 as a result of this as well. And
Wow.
there's numerous other benefits and features that are exclusive to our members who have access to this app. Like closest masjid to you or halal eating places and so forth as well. And I know a lot of apps offer that as well. But the difference is that your app is only as good as how extensive your database is, and we continuously, on an ongoing basis, perhaps a few times a week, we update these with the new information, with live events that are there. So our app is the most informative app uh, as far as our community is concerned in South Africa, and we've extended that beyond our borders now as well. So if you're traveling within the SADC region as well, you'll be able to find all the relevant information for the various Southern African countries as well now.
Wow, so you've actually reached out even further now. It's not just within the South African, should we say, constraint. You've gone further than that. I think that's phenomenal. Tell us about your plans for 2021. There's so much, a lot of people are having this, should we say, negative vibe, saying that 2021 is going to be a very difficult year. So it's already started off so difficult with the types of challenges everybody's facing. But knowing the type of company you are, and of course the aspirations that you have, I don't think after reaching out through such a serious pandemic in 2020, I don't think this is going to stop you in any way. I see you reaching many more miles than you have already.
Yeah, inshallah. Allah knows best. I've sort of stopped planning because I don't think everyone's learned that lesson, I guess, the hard way.
Yeah, that's true. Now that you're talking about that, there's 3 R's I always speak to everyone about on my show, and it's become such a mundane thing, but I think it has so much of essence to it, and this is why I relate to your company, because I always said this pandemic came to actually ground us and retrospect, to look at our lives, to reconnect in many directions with each other. The connection, like I see with your company, is with the community, a stronger connection during this very difficult period, to say, how can we reach out even more to the people that are in the situations that they're in? And the third one is, of course, reflecting on ourselves and saying, this is the situation we're in. But from a company point of view, I'm sure you've reflected for 2021 and told yourself, irrespective of the type of the challenges that are going to get thrown at you, there's certain things that you would like to achieve during this year.
Yeah, so I think the word that I'd like to use is that we try and set goals,
Yes.
and try and work towards them, and leave it in the hands of the Almighty and see how it pans out. What we've taken, most importantly, for us from 2021, from 2020, is a lot of gratitude.
Yes.
Being able to get through this difficult time, with the company, with the employees, all still working towards the same goal. And our goal for 2021 is to see how we can work more closely with the community, how we can improve our product. We are busy at this point in time. In fact, we're just completing the testing on it, but we've now, over the last 6 or 8 months, developed a completely new app altogether.
Mm-hmm.
It's not just a facelift or a design change or whatever it is, but it's a completely new app with a lot more features, a lot more benefits, a lot more interactive, for our members as well. So we're going to be launching that because we want to give it's a lot of investment that goes from the company side as well, but we want to give our members the best possible, technology that is out there. And at the same time, in terms of the value proposition that we're giving with the product as well, we're working more closely with the masjid, with the funeral societies and so forth as well. And we're on a constant, ongoing basis. We're bringing on more alliance partners within each community, so our members can actually save on day-to-day basis as well. The other aspect that Crescent Lifestyle has started in the last couple of years, I think 4 years now, is that we've started the Crescent Lifestyle Hajj Fund.
Wow.
Where
Okay.
over and above what we're doing here, and the Umrah draw as well, we give away 50,000 rands every year towards the Hajj season, and so basically whoever's people have been saving their entire lives, and they've perhaps got 10-15,000 rands shortfall or whatever it is, and we try and assist them in meeting their financial obligation so they're able to go for that Hajj. So unfortunately in 2020 we weren't able to do that because no Hujjaj went from South
Yes,
Africa.
that's right.
Inshallah, let's hope South Africans are able to go for Hajj this year. So instead of
Inshallah.
50,000, we will be giving away 100,000 rands this year, assisting, and that assistance of 100,000 rands. It's not exclusive for our members. That is open to anyone within the Muslim community who has got financial constraints, to assist them in fulfilling their Hajj dream.
Wow, that I think is phenomenal. But I think what stood out for me from us having this conversation, which I think was really great, was the fact that it's nice to see. They say charity begins at home, and you went back to your home base with the people that were loyal to you in your company, having to help you go out and uplift others. But during this very difficult period, as having for you to actually look at them and say, look, these are the people that are close to our home base, and they're in a situation themselves. So let's see how we can reach out to them. I think that was a really nice thing that you did. And also going forward with your application, do you actually go about determining the types of needs in different communities? Because I see you very customized as such, which I think is great, because it allows you to determine the types of things different communities require. Because obviously, every community's needs are not the same.
No, most definitely. I mean, we've got offices, offices here in Johannesburg. We've got offices in Cape Town as well. We've got teams that are working in, the pertinent areas within South Africa as well. And obviously, they try and engage with the community and ascertain what it is that the needs of the community are there. And then obviously bring on specific alliance partners that are in those areas that would add value, in terms of the lifestyle of those people, because
Mm,
obviously you find that the lifestyle of the people in Johannesburg is very different to the lifestyle of the people in Cape Town. So
correct.
obviously you have to meet the needs of our customers. It cannot just be a generalization as well. And obviously we've got our call center that is there as well, so that is constantly engaging with the community out there and giving us feedback as well in terms of what it is that how we best we can improve our product as well.
But I think it's a really nice product because, as I was saying, it allows you to be able to reach out from a should we say a person perspective. Like from myself, I really don't have the time. I mean, I do NPO work and stuff like that, but sometimes you feel you'd like to do that added little bit something. And this little bit that you're giving. Actually, you don't realize how a bigger thing it actually is, because that little goes such a long way coming from every little member that's a part of this community. So my next question to you would be as a message to our listeners: how do they get in touch with Crescent Lifestyle and become a part of a community that is giving back? Because that's what the Crescent Lifestyle community is all about. It's about creating this holistic way of being able to support each other. So it's creating a major support structure, which I think is great, because this is what I said it's about during this COVID-19 period, especially, not even just prior to that as well. There were situations in communities where there were different support structures required, and you've then gone into those communities and created those support structures from different types of aspects, as we're saying, determining what it is that they need. So how do they become a part of this giving back community?
Yeah, just to go back on the point that you raised, very importantly, in order for us to be able to assist the community and give back the 6 million rands that we have from our profits over the 13 years, it was very important that we run the organization like a business, and it is a
Mm,
business, and we run it as a business. So we've got goals and we've got targets and so forth as well. So the profit that we ascertain from that, we're able to give back. If we didn't run it as a business, it would be difficult for us to give back to the community as
mm,
well. And it seems very small and insignificant for a member who's giving 85 rands, how much is going back or whatever it is. But that small contribution has accumulated to 6 million rands over this
wow.
period of time, which obviously it's not a big amount, but I mean still a lot that is going back to the community, and they're grateful towards it as well. And there's some phenomenal work that our organizations are doing as well, like Gift of the Givers and so forth. I mean, we have, as Crescent Lifestyle, through our members, given back to Gift of the Givers close to 500,000 rands over this period of time. And
Mm,
each and every one of our members who've contributed towards this is part and parcel of the reward that comes from that contribution as well. In
mm.
terms of getting in touch with us, very, very easy. You can go to our website, which is www.crescentlifestyle.com, or you can call into our call center at 0861 444 786, and our agents will assist you the best they can. More easily than that as well is you can actually go onto your Google Play Store or your iStore and download the Crescent Lifestyle app on your handheld device on your phone. The app, we've got a feature which is a 30-day free trial period where there's no strings attached. There's absolutely no cost. You can enjoy all the benefits, all the communication. You've got your loyalty card there as well. You can go out and enjoy all the discounts and so forth as well. So you've got a free 30-day trial, absolutely no cost at all. At the end of the 30-day period, our call center will contact you to see if you want to continue as a paying agent as well. I mentioned to you earlier as well with regard to the Hajj fund that we're doing as well. So we take applications for the Hajj fund as well through the app as well. So if you actually download the app for free, even if you're not a member, go in there, you'll see that there's a section for applying for the Crescent Lifestyle Hajj fund. Put in your application, and inshallah, if we can assist you, we will do our best to do that.
Well, then you've got me hooked, because I think I'm going to go onto the Crescent Lifestyle application and download it once we're done here. But I'm going to put you on the spot. I want to ask you a question. What does this mean for you? I mean, you've been in this game for so many years. What sort of fulfillment do you get from this? Because, I mean, giving back in so many directions, knowing that you form a part of upliftment and creating this better space for people in different communities, depending on their types of needs, is absolutely phenomenal. Because, when I do my NPO work, the fulfillment that I get from that, I probably get nowhere else. So I really wanted to know what this means for you.
It's very simple, making a difference.
You couldn't have answered it better.
Yeah, I mean, you can see it. We actually used to go out there and do a lot of work with the charities and stuff like that, and giving back to them. And you can actually see, the difference that the company is making as a whole. You can see the difference when you're assisting a person who's going for Hajj, who was unable to go. You can see the difference when you've awarded somebody 15,000 rands to go for Umrah, and they come back and the du'as that they make for you. So it's about making a difference, and that really pays off in every possible way.
That's so true. And to the members and to yourself and to those that would like to, of course, join, let's not forget the rewards that go with it.
No, most definitely. Most definitely.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, there's amazing rewards that go with it. What message would you like to leave our listeners with this afternoon?
No, I mean, obviously, we'd like, the more members we have on board, the more we can give back. This is a vehicle, it's a program that we've set up as Crescent Lifestyle. Obviously, we want to have this product grow as much as possible. And like I said, the more members we have, the more we can give back to the various charities and so forth as well. And just from my personal side, I mean, we as Crescent Lifestyle have done the little bit that we can. And I'm sure other businesses within the Muslim community are doing far more than we are as well. But if there were another 10 companies like us, we would have given back 60 million rand back to our community as well. So in a time like this, especially, unity is everything.
Oh, most definitely, without a doubt. I always say, it's having to be, like I was saying earlier, create the support structure to be able to reach out even further. And the more united we actually stand together, irrespective of which company or organization we come from, the more we would be able to do and the more reward there will be in it.
Most definitely. So, especially in times like this, the closer we work together, the more we can help, and alhamdulillah, those that Allah is blessed with more at this time should take on the responsibility of assisting those who are less fortunate at this point in time, and that is what is required within the Muslim community, and that is what is being taught to us as Muslims as well.
I so agree with you. And I mean, the thing is, it's being able to retrospect, as I was saying, realizing that you're in a better space than somebody else. And this is probably your test to see, are you going to go and reach out to that person that's in a less, should we say, fortunate space than you are? And that's where the extra is there for. It's for us to be able to say that we have that in our hand to be able to go out and reach out.
Most definitely. And to be honest with you, because we work with a lot of the charities and our Muslims, those that Allah has blessed, they have really, really taken on the challenge and gone beyond it. And we see how much the extra work and the extra assistance they're doing out there as well. But there's always more needed, so we all need to come together and do the best we can to help everyone within our community and even beyond the Muslim community as well, the whole of South Africa as a whole, to assist them and see how we can come out of this challenge that we're faced with at this point in time.
Yeah, so agree with you. I say it's, because I mean, even in the Muslim organizations, they're not just helping Muslims, it's about helping humanity and being able to help create that Ubuntu in South Africa. And this is what's been happening during this COVID-19 period. So it's nice to see that Crescent Lifestyle has played a part in, of course, creating that Ubuntu and reaching out to others and creating support structures. Thank you so much for joining us this afternoon. It was an inspirational afternoon. There's a message for you. It says, join our community devoted to helping celebrate your Muslim lifestyle and connecting you even more closely with those who share your world. So go ahead and download the app. And I think that's absolutely apt for ending with the show this afternoon. I want to thank you so much for joining me. I'm actually wanting to entice every single person out there to go and sign up that debit order of 85 Rand a month, because for 85 Rand, the type of reward and the differences you're going to make in people's lives cannot be stretched anywhere else. So Jazakallah so much. Keep doing the phenomenal work, and we wish you nothing but the best going forward. You, of course, have the team here at Salam Media's support, and we wish you, should we say, everything but the best going forward.
Thank you so much. It's actually been an absolute pleasure. And we know the phenomenal work that Salam Media is doing as well, keeping the Muslim community informed and so forth as well. So we wish you guys all the best as well. And thank you so much for having us on today.
It was such a pleasure. You take care of yourself and do stay safe. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. AL-firnas Patel from Crescent Lifestyle, definitely creating milestones there with, of course, creating, should we say, a support structure, a little hub where you, in turn, from 85 Rand, can reach out in so many directions to be able to give out to others. Just with that 85 Rand, it's amazing what they've actually done. So go and download the app and see how you can give in your own way. Stay with us. We're going to be back with you after this break.